We are gathered here today to celebrate one of the most sacred of the festivals, to remind us of the astonishing descension of divine love that took place about 5,000 years ago in the form of Sri Radharani, the sweetest form of the Mother of the Universe. The Samrahasya Upanishad states, Anahadirayam purusham ekamevasti tadeva rupam dvidha vidhaya samaradhana tatparo bhut tasmat tam radham rasikanandam vedo vido vadanti. Since eternity, that supreme divine entity has taken on two forms, one as Krishna and the other as Radha. One in his masculine aspect, one in his feminine aspect. So God is perfect and complete in himself. He is Atmaram, Purnkam, Param Nishkam. He needs nothing from the outside. And yet, to enhance the savoring of his own bliss, he has manifested his two forms. And in his form as Radha, he displays the finest of the divine feminine qualities: kindness, compassion, tolerance, empathy, grace, and the highest level of divine love. So the kind of purity that exists in Radhaji's personality can never be described by mortals like us. The nature of Radhaji's love for Sri Krishna is so mind-boggling that we cannot even conceive of it. The Sukti Sudhakar states, Aurvasto mat katurapi katham durvaleno rasame tapah praudha harivirajah sahyate tannajane nishkranta chet bhavati hridayadyasya dhuma chhatapi brahmandanam sakhikulam jwalaya jajvaliti. If the slightest semblance or abhas of Radhaji's viragani in separation from Sri Krishna, she were to permit to release from her body, for she keeps it suppressed within. But if she permitted it to come out, the whole universe would be incinerated. That is the intensity of her love. Intense love is one thing, pure love is another thing. And the purity of Radha's love is so much. There is only sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Krishna is always breaking her love. What do you mean by that? He's always behaving in the reverse manner to irritate her. And she's exercising her love. What does that mean? Never mind. Not my wish, his wish. Never mind. So this divine play of love happens. Actually, the reality is that Radhaji is the only personality who can completely enslave Sri Krishna. This word Radha has got two meanings to it. One is Krishnena aradhyate Radha. That personality whom Krishna worships. And the other is the simple meaning, the one who worships Krishna. But the second meaning, Krishnena aradhyate Radha, this meaning is so astonishing. How much Sri Krishna hankers for Radha. This verse reveals to us prasade sa dishi dishi cha sa prishtata sa purah sa paryanke sa pathi pathi cha sa tadviyoga turasya hangho chetah prakritira para nasti me kapi sa jagati sakale koyam advaitavadha. When Krishna does not have darshan of Radha, he becomes so completely immersed in her remembrance that the whole world seems to be Radhamay for Krishna. If you wish to get into the tattva, understand like this. Who is Radha? She is the Yoga Maya Shakti. But the Yoga Maya Shakti, Durga is also the Yoga Maya Shakti. She is the administrator of the material realm. So what is so special? Radha ji is the Ladani aspect of the Yoga Maya Shakti. That aspect which gives ahlad, bliss to God. What gives the most bliss to human beings? The experience, the emotion of love. What gives most bliss to God? The experience, the emotion of love. So that bliss-giving Shakti itself is Radha. She has her formless aspect and her personal aspect. So Radha's love is so much that Sri Krishna becomes completely intoxicated by it. And he gets such immense pleasure by it. So here we have a Leela. Now, one thing about Radha's love is that it possesses mutually contradictory attributes. What does that mean? It means that it is not straight as it would appear to be. Ahireva gatihi premnaha. The nature of prem is, it is crooked. Just like the chal of the snake is crooked. You see the snake moving, it moves like this. Why doesn't it go straight? It doesn't know how to go straight. Of course it does. When it goes into the pit, it goes straight. Because the snake doesn't make its own pit. It uses the mouse's pit. Cunning guy. It uses the mouse's pit, and the mouse is not going to make a crooked one for the snake. So the snake knows very well how to go straight, but it moves crooked. Likewise is the nature of divine love. So look at that Radha who possesses infinite love for Krishna and sacrifices everything. She gets upset with Krishna. You did not do like this, you did not do like that. This is the astonishing thing. That Radha and Krishna, who can never be separated. Separation is not a physical thing, it's material consciousness. In the spiritual realm, it's the inner connection. So Radha and Krishna can never be separated from each other. And yet Sri Krishna gave to Radha viraha, separation for 100 years. 100 years, because for 11 years and 52 days he was in Braj, then he went to Mathura for 14 years, and then he went for 100 years to Dwarka. In between, towards the end, he gave darshan again to Radha. For 100 years they were separated. So this is the contradiction. And the third contradiction is that Radhaji is the Param Dasi. Her whole consciousness is about dasata. My existence is for the service of Sri Krishna. And yet in the Leela, she takes seva from Sri Krishna. So she sits in the swing and Krishna swings her. Kadamba ki dari, jhule Radha pyari, jhule Radha pyari, jhulave banwari. Kadamba ki dari, jhule Radha pyari. This is the contradiction. And that is why Ras Khan, he became confused. Ras Khan was a Rasik saint. So many of the Sufis, they accept Krishna as avatar, they accept Ram as avatar, and they appreciate the Indian style of devotion. And Ras Khan was one of them. So that Ras Khan, he heard that Krishna does seva of Radha. He said, impossible, this is not the Indian culture in any case. How can it happen? But actually when he visited Vrindavan, what did he see? He saw, like one of the pictures we have. Dekhyo duryovah kunja kutirmah baithyo palotata radhika payan. Brahmasham was pressing the feet of Radharani. He was astounded. So apparently all the principles of prema are broken. Radha is getting separated from Krishna. She is getting upset with Krishna. She is taking seva from Krishna. Why does she do that? Think about it. I don't have to give you all the answers. You have to think about it. I will tell you one such Leela. This is called Mana Leela. So sometimes Radha becomes so upset that she says, I will not speak to Krishna. In Barsana there's a Man Mandir. Krishna, he realized that Swamini Ju is upset. So he came from this side and, please forgive me. I will not make this mistake again. Radha turned her head. So Krishna came from the other side. Please, your feeling upset is like driving a thunderbolt in my heart. Radha turned her head this way. And this went on and on and on for half an hour. Finally, Sri Krishna had no other upchar or remedy. He came straight from the front. And with his mukut, he did pranam at Radharani's feet. Please forgive me. Then Radha, oh my God, how can I get him to do this? This is called Man Bhanjan Leela. So, Sri Maharaj Ji has described such a Man Bhanjan where Radha Ji goes into Man and Sri Krishna does the Bhanjan. We have not yet solved the problem. Why does Radha Ji go into Man? And why does Sri Krishna need to do the Bhanjan? Possibly we will discover the answer as we go through this. But you'll have to very attentively savor it. Every line written by Bhakti Yoga Rasavatar, the dissension of the bliss of divine love, which was Jagadguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj. And he is bestowed this pad as a grace upon all of us, so that we may savor the Leela and cultivate further bhakti and understanding to Radha Krishna. So it goes Veena Vari Nari Anokhi. Now Sri Krishna's stratagem. He tried various techniques to pacify Radha Ji's man, but Radha Ji was just relentless. No, not even look at you. Sri Krishna said, can I send a few WhatsApp? Ha! So Sri Krishna said, now there's only one upay. He dressed himself as a Veena Vari Nari. So he took off all his, his ghungrale bal, he tied them behind, and he put that string of flowers. You see, in India, sometimes the ladies do it. You see the pictures of Mirabai? He got a veena in his hand and he put on saffron clothes. So the Param Purush now is dressed as a Stri. And he has got the veena in his hand. Maharaj Ji says, Veena Vari Nari. And Anokhi means strange, astonishing. And he goes on to say how attractive Krishna is looking. So, Jaki Lakhi Shringar Madhuri. If you look at Krishna, Aganit Rati Balihari. Who is Rati? See, the most handsome person in the world is not Mr. World or Mr. Universe. The most handsome person in the whole world is Kamdev, Cupid. And the most beautiful lady is neither Miss World nor Miss Universe. It is Rati, the wife of Kamdev. But this Rati and Kamdev are still material personalities. How handsome and beautiful they are, we can't even think of it. Even an ordinary lady from Swarg, if she were to come here and we were to smell the aroma from her body, we would experience so much of bliss we would faint unconscious. Don't worry, you won't have the opportunity to try it out because in Kali Yuga the Devatas stop coming because we stop their puja as well. Nevertheless, this is the reality of the comparison between the beauty of Mrityulok versus Svarglok. And if the beauty of the whole universe was accumulated, it would be 1/4 the beauty of Rati and Kamdev. But here Maharaj Ji says the Param Purush in the form of a Nari is looking so beautiful that Aganit, infinite Ratis can be sacrificed on her. Let us sing it. Veena Vari Nari Anokhi. Jaki Lakhi Shringar Madhuri.
Jaki Lakhi Shringar Madhuri.
Jaki Lakhi Shringar Madhuri.
Jaki Lakhi Shringar Madhuri.
Aganit Rati Balihari Anokhi. Aganit Rati Balihari Anokhi. So why has Sri Krishna become a lady? Because Radha is not willing to meet him. Where is the question of Krishna's apologizing? So he has to employ a stratagem. And why is Radha making Krishna do this? When Radha is Sharanagat, her only desire is Krishna's desire. Why is Radha making Krishna labor like this to meet him? Because that separation makes the heart grow fonder. If Radha's love is easily available for Krishna, then it is not so sweet. And if she withdraws herself and then later says, okay, I am here for you, Krishna's joy increases. Like, if you visit Gujarat, particularly North Gujarat, their favorite sweet dish is the Gujarati laddu. It's like this. It's nicely fried and fried and fried to make it the healthiest possible item. Whatever be the case, people do strong physical work and they have the capacity to digest it. But the saying in Gujarat is, if you want a person to eat a second laddu, you give him some chutney after the first. Then he'll eat the second one as well. Well, likewise, if Radhaji is always there for Krishna, then the joy will be there, but not so much. And to increase the ras, Radha pretends to be annoyed. And finally, when Krishna is able to dispel the annoyance, the joy of meeting becomes infinitely sweeter. And that is the reason why Radha does the Man Leela, not because she doesn't have the capacity to swallow that hurt which Sri Krishna is bestowing. She can swallow infinite hurt and still keep on loving. But she is doing it deliberately. Now in this situation, when Krishna was unsuccessful in getting her to release her bitterness, so-called, so Krishna employed this stratagem that Radhaji definitely comes to Kusum Sarovar. She is to go there on a daily basis to pluck flowers, the kusum, and then make a garland of the flowers and then offer it. So she will definitely come to Kusum Sarovar. And Krishna has disguised himself. He is now incognito. He has become lady and he is so attractive. Now he doesn't want Radha to recognize this is my same Chaliya, otherwise the plan will fail. So as a Veena Vari Nari, Chibukapani Dhari, he's got his chin in his hand like this. Which is appropriate for a Baba, that you be deeply conservative, absorbed in the chintan of Aham Brahmasmi. Now if a Baba is sitting like this, people say, that is his work, to contemplate. What are the different tattvas, etc.? The nature of a philosopher is secluded contemplation, and Krishna as Veena Vari is like this. thinking in deep thought. So Maharaj Ji describes the scenario that Krishna is sitting there and Radha Ji now comes. So Radha Ji came with her Ashta Mahasakhis. These Ashta Mahasakhis are her Anugamini Shaktis, like Radha Ji is the Ahladini Shakti. And her Anugamini Shaktis, one personifies the Sangeet Kala, one personifies Chitra Kala, which means they have got the intellect of innumerable Saraswati Brihaspati with which they use their God-given talent in the service of Sri Krishna. These are the Mahasakhis. Those Mahasakhis are always at the beck and call of Radha Ji. Their bhav is Das Anudas. Radha Ji is the Dasi of Sri Krishna, we are the Dasi of the Dasi. So they always have just one dharma, how to make our Radha Ji happy. And Radha Ji is in a bad mood right now, in that virha bhav. She may sometime faint unconscious. You know the Mahabhav state? There's a state called Divyonmad. They can faint unconscious. So the Mahasakhis have surrounded Radha Ji, and Radha Ji is coming to Kusum Sarovar. And there she saw one Devi is sitting. Who is this Devi? Krishna in disguise. Let us sing the line. Veenavari Nari Anokhi Chibuk Pani Dhari Kusuma Sarovara Chibuk Pani Dhari Kusuma Sarovara बैठी वीणा वारी अनोखी ओ बैठी वीणा वारी अनोखी वीणा 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 वारी नारी अनोखी So Radha Ji saw Krishna and was spontaneously attracted to him. We people have to practice attraction towards God. Oh Maniram, please be attracted to Sri Krishna. Maniram says, can I see Netflix tonight? No, Maniram, you're supposed to go there. This is called sadhana bhakti, where you're trying to cultivate attraction to Radha. Now, Radha Ji's love for Krishna is called Naisargiki Rati. spontaneous, uncontainable. It is, a beautiful story goes that in her childhood, Radhaji heard Krishna playing the flute. And she said, "Oh my God, who's playing that flute? That boy who's playing the flute." Even without seeing the boy, Radha got attracted. I've fallen in love with him. Few days went by, and she heard the name Krishna. She said, "Oh my God, Krishna, I have fallen in love with this person who has got the name Krishna." A few days later, Lalita Sakhi made a painting of Sri Krishna and showed. Radhaji said, "Oh my God, I am enchanted by this person." Then she said, "What a characterless lady I am. In 3 days, I have fallen in love with 3 boys. One was that flute player, the second was this boy with the name Krishna, and third is the boy in the painting." And Lalita Sakhi said, "Are Swaminiji, these are the same personality whose picture I have made, whose name is Krishna and who was playing the flute for you." So that is the Naisargiki Rati of Radhaji. Now her attraction for Krishna is spontaneous. But she doesn't know why she is so attracted to him. And Krishna himself has become a lady. Now Krishna, his Mohini Shakti is infinite. And in the lady form, he is even more enchanting. Radha says, "Oh my God, I am losing my heart." And she says, "Who are you?" But before Krishna responds, who is he? It's a good time to go into the Shastras and find out who is Radha herself. Because some people claim that this Radha Tattva is not in the Vedas. You know, in our Sanatan Dharma, the Vedas are the highest authority. So any spiritual principle must be validated on the authority of the Vedas. And do the Vedas mention the name of Radha anywhere? Ask the Arya Samajis. Well, the Rig Veda says, "Idam hyanvojasa sutam radhanam pate piva tvasya girvanaha." Radhanam. This is a mantra of the Rig Veda. It is saying that in the Ras, Radhaji is relishing the Somras, and so are the gopis. Again the Rig Veda says, "Vibhaktaram havamahe vasoschitra radhasa savitaram nrichakshasam." This mantra is saying that during the Maharas, Sri Krishna took Radha away and went off. So Radha's name has come twice in the Rig Veda. However, in Sanskrit, there is the ability to interpret names. Like, for example, the Vedas talk about Vishnu. So some people say that Vishnu is not referring to the four-armed God, is meaning all-pervading. So people can interpret this Radha word as actually meaning something else. However, there is a third mantra. Tvam nrichaksham vrishabhanupurvi Krishna swagne arusho vibhahi. Now Radha's father's name has come. Vrishabhanupurvi. There is no scope of interpretation. You'll have to accept that Rig Veda is referring to Radha Rani. And what about the Bhagavad? Why is the name of Radha not in the Bhagavad? The Bhagavad has got 18,000 verses. It is called the Paramahansa Samhita. The last scripture written by Ved Vyas, why did he not mention the name of Radha? Well, Ved Vyas has not written only the Bhagavad. He has also written 17 other Puranas and other Upapuranas. So, in the Padma Puran, he writes Lakshashah Kamala Dasya. Lakhs of Lakshmis are the Dasis of Radha. This is Ved Vyas writing. In the Narad Puran, he writes Radha Vamancha Sambhuta Mahalakshmir Prakirtita. From the Vamanch, from the left side of Radha, Mahalakshmi manifested. In the Adi Puran, Ved Vyas has written Tatrapi Radhika Shashvat. She is a Sanatan Tattva. In the Matsya Puran, he has written Radhanoti Sakalan Kaman Tena Radha Prakirtita. In the Devi Bhagavad Purani says Rukmini Dwaravatyancha Radha Vrindavane Vane. These are all the writings of Ved Vyas. In the Brahma Vaivartak Puran, he has written Adau Radham Samucharya Paschat Krishnam Paratvaram. First worship Radha and then worship Krishna. Just like if God and Guru are before you, whom will you worship first? The Guru and then God. When Radha and Krishna are before you, Ved Vyas is writing, first offer your pranams to Radha and then offer your pranams to Krishna. So the question still remains that why did Ved Vyas not mention Radha in Bhagavad? Because Bhagavad is spoken through the mouth of Shukadev, Ved Vyas's son. The setting was such that Parikshit was there and Shukadev was answering him. And Shukadev is a sage. He is an astonishing sage who is 16 years old. And he came nang dhadang, without clothes, into the assembly. And the biggest sages were sitting there. Durvasa, Deval, Pulatsya, Pulaha, Vasisht, Ved Vyas, all of them were sitting with Parikshit. And they asked Parikshit, we heard you have been cursed. And Parikshit said, I also thought I had been cursed. But now I don't think so. Because the consequence of the curse is a bad thing. I am getting darshan of all of you sages. But I have some questions because in 7 days the Takshak will come and bite me. So will any of you please sit on the Vyasasana, on the speaker's seat, so I can start asking? And none of these divine sages of the universe is willing to do so. They are feeling unqualified. And that was the time when 16-year-old Shukadev came and sat down. And he didn't even question, oh sages, do I have your permission to sit on the Vyasasana? It was just assumed that he is qualified. It was known that he is qualified beyond doubt and he came and sat down. But that is the external personality of Shukadev. And his internal personality is he is the Leela Shuk in Radha Krishna Leelas. Which means, originally he is in Golok. And there he is a divine parrot of Radharani. And he keeps on saying sweet things to please Radharani. His love for Radharani is infinite. If he takes the name Radha, he will faint unconscious. Some people have gone to the extent of saying Radha naam matrena murcha shanmasiki bhavet. If Shukadev says Radha, he will faint for 6 months. Now here he had to complete the Bhagavatam in 7 days. If he faints, then the work will remain incomplete. So he did not directly take the name of Radha. But indirectly he did. Radha has got many names. One of them is Shri. The other is Rama. The other is Gopi. So when Krishna went with one Gopi, he says, Yam Gopi Manayat Krishna. He is referring to Radha. When he is describing Krishna's Maharas, he says, Re me Ramesho Vrajasundari bhir yatharbhaka swapratibimba vibramaha. Krishna's dancing with the gopis is like a child playing with his shadows. And he is referring to Krishna there as Ramapati. So this Ramapati, the Rama, is used for Radha. You say, Swamiji, Rama can also mean Padma or Lakshmi. But Padmapati doesn't do these leelas. It is Ramapati, Radha's eternal consort. Nevertheless, people can say no. So ultimately, Shukadev did take the name of Radha. Anayaradhito nunam bhagavan haririshvaraha yanno vihaya govinda prito yamana yadraha. So the gopis are saying, Anayaradhito nunam. Now the name of Radha has come. That gopi that Krishna has taken has done special aradhana of Sri Krishna. So we have understood who is Radha from the Vedas, from the Puranas. But here, Radha is questioning Krishna, who are you? Who are you, Veenavari? I have never seen you around. And Krishna, he answers, he has got his head down because he doesn't want to look up. If he looks up, Radha's eyes will meet Krishna's eyes. And the eyes will recognize the eyes. She says, oh, he's my Chaliya. So Krishna's whole plan is that Radha should not know who he is. And that is why he's got his head down and he's thinking what to say. Radha said, who are you? Who is your husband? Who are you, Devi? Who is your husband? Which gaon are you from? So Krishna thought, if I say I am from this gaon, this village, then one of the Sakhis may be from that village and she may say, no, I have never seen her in my village. So Krishna thought, let me avoid, no risks. He said, Lali, in Braj, they say to girls, Lali, Lali, I am from Devlok, I am come from the celestial abodes. Now question solved. I have come to the celestial abodes, nobody can say I have not seen you in the celestial abodes. Let us sing these two lines. Veenavari nari anukhi Veena vari nari anukhi Puchati lali ali tu ko hai पूछती लली अली तुमको है काकी है घरवारी अनोखी
आती है घरवाली अनोखी
हौलाली हो देवलोक की
हौलाली हो देवलोक की
हौलाली हो देवलोक की अबला कुमारी अनोखी अबला कुमारी अनोखी वीणा 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 नारी नारी अनोखी Radha ji had put forth two questions. Where are you from? And who's your husband? So Krishna answered them, I am from Devlok. I don't have a husband. I am Kumari. I did not marry. But the statement, I did not marry, for somebody of marriageable age, raises eyebrows in the Indian community. Even if the parents agree, the grandparents oppose. अरे भाई शादीशुदा उम्र की हो गई है, शादी क्यों नहीं कराते? Now Krishna saying, I did not marry. Krishna is the Veenavari. The natural question will be, why did you not marry? Some problem? Tell me privately in the ear. What is the matter? The whole world wants to know. So Krishna thought, I'll have to address this forthcoming question. I'll preempt it. There's a word in English, preempt the question by giving the answer before the question arises. So Krishna said, I have become detached from the world. I have understood there is no real happiness in the world. All relationships are temporary. And that is why I have got vairagya, detachment in my heart, and I did not marry. Now this answer in the Indian community is convincing. Anybody can develop vairagya. There are so many sadhaks and sadhvis by the millions who by virtue of their sanskars made a decision, I will not go into worldly life. People say, really? Oh, take it. So, when Krishna said, I did not marry because I developed vairagya, Radha ji became impressed. Oh my God, she is some elevated sadhvi I am seeing. See, the renunciants could be of two kinds. One is Nari Mui, Griha Sampatti Nasi, Mood Mudai, Bhay Sannyasi. You could not get dal chawal in the world. Your wife passed away and the house got burned down. Say, what to do? Let me become a Baba. At least the word will come to feed me. One is that kind. And the other is that somebody had something in the world and then they renounced it. So people value that kind of renunciation. That is why you have in India Judge Swami. Who is Judge Swami? He was a judge and then he became a Baba. People say, really? Oh my God. So, such a beautiful lady. And she is saying, I have become detached. Radha ji says, I am meeting a Siddha Devi today. I must make her my Guru. So another aspect of the Indian community is everybody is looking for a Guru. Because they have heard, bhai Guru to banana hi chahiye. And some people add more spice to it until a person has Guru, don't take water from their hands. Well, oh my God, I need a Guru, I need a Guru, I need a Guru. Radha ji says, when I go to search, I may not find. Here, ready-made, I have got a Guru. So, now, Radha ji says, this opportunity I will not miss. And she makes an appeal. She says, Devi ji, will you come to my house? Coming to the house, the Gujarati says Padaramani. Padaramani means you are inviting a saint to your house. And Devi ji, will you please come to my house? I'll be so indebted to you. Let us sing these lines. So Radha ji doesn't realize that it's the same Chalya that she said, I will never speak to you. Now she is inviting him, come to my house. Veena vari nari anokhi. Veena, 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 veena vari nari anokhi. Yah sansar asar janiyam. Sansar asar janiyam. Purvirag liyadhari anokhi. चल महल हमारे लली कहीं चल महल हमारे कलियां टहल त्यारी अनोखी ओ वीणा 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 वारी नारी अनोखी So when Radha ji invited Krishna, Devi ji, please come to my house. My whole house will get purified by your padraj. Krishna is not playing it easy to get. You know, some people, they play hard to get. So if Krishna says so easily yes, then the value will not remain. Krishna says, Bachcha, I don't go to the house of Grihastis. So when Babas want to increase their value, that's what they say. I don't enter the house of Grihastis. I don't touch any money. But if you put it under my feet, it's okay. External vairagya. Nevertheless, Krishna is saying, I don't go to the house of Grihastis. Radha says, Are Devi ji, not for your sake, for my sake. I need you to be my guru. I will be eternally gratified if you become my guru. And I will do your seva. I want to do guru seva. Krishna thought my plan is falling in place. So Krishna said, understand the fundamentals of seva. What does this seva mean? See, seva means as per the wish of the Savior. Now the Savior, the Guru, is a divine personality. But the sevak, the disciple, is a material personality. So the disciple's maya is unique. There was one disciple, Guruji said, Beta, I need soap for bathing, can you please go and get it from the marketplace? The disciple went to get the soap and never came back. This is called Tir Chela, like the arrow, once he is gone, he is gone. The second disciple, Guruji said, Beta, I need some water, I am thirsty. The disciple said, Guruji, at this time I think you should not take water, you should take milk. He is called Dr. Chela, he is telling the Guru what you need. The third sevak, Guruji said, Beta, some devotees are coming from outside. We have to create, have a dawat, bhoji for them all. Please get some rations from the market. The disciple said, Guruji, you are Sarva Samarth. You can do everything. What can I do for you? Nevertheless, somebody arranged for the rations. Guruji said, Beta, it is time to cook. You also use the kadshi and, stir the khichdi that is being prepared in the cauldron. Disciple said, Guruji, I am having your darshan right now. How can you deny me a darshan by saying, go and do this? This is absolutely unfair. Finally, the khichdi was ready. Guruji said, Beta, it's time to eat. Come, let us all sit down and eat. Disciple said, Guruji, I did not fulfill your first two instructions. Third one, I'll definitely do it. So Krishna is telling Radha, his new disciple, he's saying, Dekho, if you want to make me Guru, then you will have to fulfill the instructions. Radha ji said, Agya Shirodharya Guruji, please come. Now Radha ji is taking Chalya Krishna in the form of Veena Vadi into her home. Veena Vadi Nari Anokhi. Chali sak jo mama. Chali sak jo mama. आदेश ही नहीं तारी अनोखी
आदेश ही नहीं तारी अनोखी
हाँ करी चली कृपालु छली संग
करी चली कृपालु चली संग
हाँ करी चली कृपालु छली संग भोरी भानु दुलारी अनोखी भोरी भानु दुलारी अनोखी So Chela and Guru, Radha and Veenavari Krishna entered the house of Vrishabhanu. After that, what happened? Maharaj Ji is not described. So we can guess. Krishna's purpose was Man Bhanjan. So when they entered, Radha Ji washed the feet of her Guru and said, Gurudev, give me the saubhagya of your seva. And Krishna said, Bachi, after 1 hour, you come to this place in the kunj under this tree, you will find a blue-colored boy out there. You fall at his feet and beg forgiveness and say, I will never do man ever again. And Radha Ji said, now it is a Guru Agya. There is no question of disobeying. So Krishna said, in future, whenever I pass by, I'll give you darshan again. In the meantime, I am going. So Krishna went, he came in his original form as Tribhangi Lal sat down there. Radha Ji came and fell at his feet and she apologized. And the man was finished. So the Virodhabhas is, the man is actually also done in the seva of Sri Krishna for increasing his pleasure. The viyog or separation is only external. Internally there is perpetual union or yog. And Radha Ji engages Krishna in her seva not because she wants anything, but she knows that this is what will give Krishna pleasure. This is a little peep from mortals like us into the immortal realm of Golok. A little jhanki for us all to relish through this path. Karunamayi Shri Radha Rani ki, Shri Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav ki.